good too.
Eli, you've been very critical of yourself the last 2 games for not putting in a complete performance. How do you assess yourself after this game?
I think I still left two touchdowns out there, to be honest with you. That first drive, coming out of the half, I made some mental errors, trying to just do too much, not just doing the little thing, getting the ball in the right spot. So, that 3 and out coming out of the second half, that was on me. Another drive we should have scored a touchdown. Those 2 field goals, Ben Sauce, he likes to kick some long field goals. He tells me he appreciates it, but I tell him like, no, you're not supposed to be kicking field goals. You're supposed to be kicking PATs every chance you get. So we still left some points out there, but I feel like that was our first time we put a 4-quarter game together, and scoreboard showed it.
Looked like there were a couple times where Youngstown State was dropping into their max coverage looks. Had a couple plays they double covered 2 of your receivers at times, but it seemed like this time you more quickly cycled through your reads and got the ball out on a check down. Was that something you've been working on or planning on for this week?
Yeah, it was, our game plan was pretty simple this week, so it was easy. Like, hey, you're working here. If they roll here, you're working here. If it's not there, check it down and run. So I feel like I did that in pretty much all of my plays today. Which is helpful for the team. When I do that, that's when I have big runs like I did today. Just being able to keep moving the ball and not get negative plays, which is going to help us score a lot more points.
The first half, you guys pretty much scoring at will. What kind of feeling is that? Knowing you're able to be that productive.
Oh, it's great when you feel like no matter what you call, it's going to work. It's a great feeling as a quarterback, as an offense. I'm sure Coach Bell liked that feeling too. When you can go out there, get the ball on our own 18. First play we scored an 82-yard touchdown, and you get the look that you want. The guys execute the way they need to execute, and you get a big play like that. It's a great feeling.
How good was it to see Daniel Carter have such a big day today?
I was so happy for him. DC's been a great leader on this team. He's been here for a while, so he knows the ups and downs of the past couple of years. A guy he's stuck through it, and just the hard work that he's put in. And he was out there got he had like 7 rushes for like 100-some yards. It was huge. I think that was his most rushing yards he's had in the game. Just a good game. For a really good guy, which we all really appreciate.
Eli, when you're using your legs like you did today, how dangerous does that make this offense to be able to move the sticks consistently?
It's just nice, having another playmaker, like I said. My job. Before we break it down and get ready to go play football, Coach Bell tells us, we're Steph Curry. We're out there to facilitate the ball. When the shot's there, we got to take it. When that run was there, I got to take it. I took off and ran, and kept the chains moving, and got the offense moving as well.
How disappointed were you that you didn't finish off that long run with a touchdown?
Not too disappointed. I got in the red zone. I would have loved to get in the end zone, but I got in the end zone the next play. If I wouldn't have gotten in the end zone the next play, I probably would have been a little upset about that. But I'm just worried about our offense scoring. I don't really care who scores. I just want the scoreboard to go up and that win column to go up.
Eli, what can you guys do as a team to kind of keep that momentum rolling through a bye week here?
Prepare. Next week like we're preparing for another game. Even though we don't have one, we gotta keep preparing. Keep doing the little things right. Mentally next week's gonna be a big mental week for us. Not so much physically. Just making sure we know what we're supposed to be doing. Know what we're gonna get next 2 weeks. Just being able to get prepared. Even more for UNC.
What can you say about being 4-0 at this point?
It's a great feeling. I think it's the first Pitt football team to go 4-0 in non-conference. We made history today, which is pretty cool. And the way we did it, against Youngstown, it was a personal win for Coach Dews. Getting that win for him, was huge. Got out there, finally hit our 70-point goal, which was awesome. Coach Bell really appreciated that. But like I said, we still felt like we left a couple points out there, and it's gonna lead in the next 2 weeks.
That 70-point goal, where does that come from? And is that every week?
Yeah, every week we're trying to score around 70 points. We want around 600, 700 yards of offense. We finally hit that this week. So Coach Bell's gonna be pretty happy.
You go up against him in practice, but how good is Kyle Lewis?
He's one of the most dominant and explosive defensive football players I've ever played against. And he's always in the right spot. He's big, strong, athletic, fast. He disguises what he's doing really well. He's always in there making plays. See it all the time. He's in there. He has a knack for just being around the football, making tackles, turn the ball over, just being in the right spot. It's really, really comforting when you got a guy like that on the other side of the ball.
You guys scored more points today than plays ran. What do you think that says about the offense?
That we finally executed. And like I said, we still have some points out there. We feel like, that's an awesome feeling. I didn't know that. How many plays did we run?
61.
pretty good. You know, it's pretty nice when you can score in one play or score in two plays. That helps that ratio out big time.
When you go to the sidelines after you come out, and can you just kind of take us what you're thinking about, just the atmosphere and what the team accomplished and what you accomplished yourself?
You know, we're out there having fun. You know, we have fun. We talk for a little bit, and then we, you know, immediately get on the iPad, see what the defense did. You know, see what I missed, if there's anything I missed. You know, Coach Bell's talking to me on, you know, hey, if we get this, you know, we're gonna go here next drive. You know, this is what we're gonna do next drive. We're gonna try to attack this, stuff like that. Just getting ready for the next drive because you know, most important drive is the next drive. You can't really worry about what you did last drive. You know, it's in the past. You just gotta worry about the next drive.
Do you feel
We'll
like
do two
today's your
more.
most, but do you feel like today's the most complete game you've had so far?
Yeah, for the most part. Completion percentage was kind of around where I wanted. I wanted to be 70 plus. I think I was around like 67, 66. You know, want to be a little higher than that. I'm glad I finally got my rushing touchdowns in. Been waiting for that one. Y'all saw I was pretty excited against Kent State, but they called it back. But yeah, felt like today was the most complete game we played. Big part, you know, we didn't have any turnovers. Only had a couple negative plays today, which was huge for us. You know, just move the chains is, you know, our big thing on offense. You know, we move the chains at some point you're going to score.
Seems like you like to run almost more than you like to pass, which is not like a 50-yard scramble. I know last week you were mad about having some of those yards taken off of those stats. At least you're pretty happy with the offensive line today.
You know, like I said, I got sacked once. You know, that was my fault. You know, it was a big sack. You know, it took away from me. You know, having 100 yards rushing in a game. I was 7 yards away from it. You know, I kind of asked dudes if I could go in there. I was about to ask him if I could go in there and just, you know, do a little cue draw so I can get that 100 yards rushing. You know, he said no. I'm sure he wouldn't have let me do that. You know, it's a lot of fun. You know, like I said, my job is to, you know, get the ball to the playmakers, and sometimes, you know, that's me running the ball. You know, they all dropped out. You know, nobody was really, you know, nobody was accounting for me. You know, so I was able to just go out there and make some plays when I needed to.
You think they're gonna start accounting for you down the road?
We'll see. And if they do, you know, we're gonna adjust. But you know, one more guy for me is, you know, one less guy for our receivers to have to worry about.
Thanks, Eli.